This is Mrs. Alexander, and in this short video I'm going to show you how to submit your first assignment online. The first assignment we're going to accomplish is activity 111, a mysterious death. You need to make sure you're logged into Canvas. Go ahead and go into your course. Whatever year you might be watching this, the date will change. Click on your first assignment, which is activity 111, a mysterious death. You can find that on the home screen, you can find that under the assignment tab, or you can find it under modules tab. Should show up in all three places. Click on Activity 111, a Mysterious Death. When you open your assignment, you will see two tabs. The first tab is the Assignment tab. What you're going to do is you're going to read your introduction, and notice that your conclusion questions are there as well. You're going to go down to the bottom where you're going to see a document. This is the document that is your assignment. In order to do the assignment, you need to open up the assignment by clicking Open. If this is the first time you're using this Microsoft 365, it might ask you to log in. Remember, your login for your 365 account is your school email followed by your lunch code. When you open, it's going to take you to a different tab, and you're going to be working in Microsoft Online. What has happened is it has allowed you to get a copy of the current assignment that I created. It's going to allow you to work in it on Microsoft Word Online. And any changes you make are automatically going to be saved, and you will see it by saying the word saved at the top next to the name of the document. And so any changes, let's say I want to take this off, I'm just going to show you, and change the font, whatnot, to show you. See, I go through and I highlight important information. We're going to highlight that. Anna was laying face down. Change that right there. In order to get the 5 points, you need to go ahead and read through the actual introduction and highlight the key information that you included in your legend, more than just face down. Doing this and highlighting a big chunk and just clicking it will not give you your 5 points. You must actually highlight the key information that you put in your legend. Go on through. It says there's a video link to watch the narrated notes. You can do that by holding down the control button and clicking there. It'll take you to a separate window. Go through, make sure your binder's correctly set up, like the course organization we've already done. Here are some helpful videos that'll show you how to do certain things in Canvas. Here is the link to the crime scene processing narrated notes that we did the first week. You can also watch those. Part 2. Part 2 is where everyone's going to start online. What it says is that there's a concept map below, and this concept map shows all the different things that crime scene investigators have to do in order to process a crime scene. The main 5 bubbles, starting with the middle, where it shows processing a crime scene in the middle, are sketch, collect evidence, interview witnesses, examine the scene, and photograph. Those are the 5 things we want to really focus on. The rest of the bubbles you do need to read and understand that any information in those bubbles could be fair game for the test. What I'd like you to do is I would like you to use your tools, your copy, your paste, and your set behind features to recreate the first 5 bubbles, including the square in the middle, on the page below. Directions are here in number 2 for you. Go down to the space below and paste it in here. In order to do that, you're going to have to find 5 pictures on the internet. Those 5 pictures should represent 6 pictures. Processing a crime scene, a sketch, collect someone or something collecting evidence, somebody interviewing a witness, someone examining a scene, and taking photographs at a scene. To do that, you just jump on your internet browser and you search whatever you think would pop up correctly to find it. Not all the features are available to be used online, so do you see this little Edit in Word button? In order to complete this assignment, you're going to have to click Edit in Word, and it's going to say, remember my choice, Open Office Desktop. This will allow you to edit in your desktop. Okay. Notice the change I already made previously. I turned activity to blue and I highlighted that's there. But we're going to come down to the crime scene sketch, and I want to find 6 pictures. So processing a crime scene, I want it right here in the middle, and then I want to be able to draw arrows and stuff to connect the other bubbles. So I'm going to open up the internet and find something that works for processing a crime scene. I'm going to open my Google browser, and I'm going to type in crime scene processing. Notice that I get links. I want video, or I want images, not video. So I'm going to go over here to the image tab, and a bunch of images for crime scene processing are going to pop up. You're going to pick whichever one you want to use, and you're going to click on it. And then you're going to two-finger click on a laptop or right-click on a computer and copy the image. Sometimes it doesn't work if you just copy and you actually have to save it, but usually copy image works. Go back to your document, which should have opened up in Word. Two-finger click, right-click, or use the Control V as in Victor to paste. So Control V will paste. And notice that it doesn't let you move this picture except for up or down. I want to shrink it and move in the middle. So I'm going to two-finger click or right-click, and I'm going to go down to Wrap Text, and I'm going to set it behind, so that way I can shrink it, move it to the middle, and then I'm going to find my 5 other pictures. Once I'm done finding my 5 other pictures, I'm going to try to make it look identical. So I'm going to put the picture that's going to be used to represent sketch above, the one on evidence to the left, interview bottom left, examine at the bottom, photographs to the right. Then I'm going to find arrows like it shows here. And I'm going to take arrows and I'm going to insert those by going up to Insert, and then I'm going to find a shape. Shapes allow you to use arrows. So you will draw an arrow for this one up here. Do it again for another arrow for that one, and then you're going to add in your picture. So I'd find one for sketch. I'm going to jump back online. I'm going to type in crime scene sketch. I'm already under images. Okay, so it's crime scene sketch. So I would find something that I would like to use for a sketch for my image. Pick one of those, whichever one you might like. Open it up. Right click, copy, go back to your Word document. Paste, Control V. Right click, wrap that text set behind. Shrink it. Move it up there for the sketch. So I'm going to recreate those 5 bubbles wrapped around processing crime scene. I don't need any words or anything, just my image. I'm going to get you're going to be rewarded 5 points when you're done with that document. The great part about this is when you're done, you can exit out of it, and when you go to exit, it's going to say, do you want to save? Press save. It will automatically save it to your online OneNote. Check it out. So here's my online OneNote that we were previous in before we opened it up in Word. Watch what happens when it refreshes. It has what I currently worked on. The editing might look a little off, the spacing. That's okay. It should work once you submit the assignment. You can log out of that one. You can close out of that activity. When you are ready, and you are finished, press Submit in Canvas. It will show me that you've submitted your assignment. It'll show you your date, and then you can click Finished. Once you press Finished, it won't show your current updates until the next time you go off of your page and you relog back in. So if I refresh right here, and I come back down to it, it should show your refreshed assignment where it shows that you have previously submitted it. There we go. And that way you can see if your document is the way you want. You can always keep resubmitting things. As many times as you resubmit it, that's fine. If you realize, oh, I forgot to finish my sketch, or you didn't finish in time for class and you needed to submit what you have so far and go back in and finish it, it'll show your submission date. As long as you've got it done by the due date, which is at the top of the assignment, you should be good. The Resource tab is where I will put any sort of resources or PowerPoints that you may need to complete the assignment in addition to just what you currently are doing. I'd like to show you what it looks like from my version, so when it's time for me to grade it, what I see. So the teacher version of Canvas looks a little bit different. I can see all the different assignments coming up. Pay no attention to these due dates. They're going to be different depending on what year you're watching this video. But whenever I'm ready to grade Activity 111, A Mysterious Death, I click on it, and instead of a submission feature, I have a speed grader feature. And what's really awesome about the speed grader feature is I can see all of your submissions, and I can see your document with what your final submission was. Notice, I've been playing around with this. There's several copies. When I go in, I can scroll down, and I can look at your assignment, I can use this rubric over here and say, yep, they highlighted a portion. Oh, but all they did was one big chunk. I'm not going to give them all their 5 points. I'm going to go ahead and give them a 4 instead. And let's see if they created their concept map. We're going to come down here. I'm going to check your concept map. Well, they only created 2 pieces of that, so I'm going to give them a 2 out of 5. And then I'm going to score that, and you will see your grade on the assignment when you go back in and log into grades. I can also add comments like, great work, or you forgot to finish your assignment. I can record a message to you. I can give you lots of feedback that way. Here's what it looks like if you're a student logged in and you click grades. Notice there's no percentages here because I've made it where all of the grades go to 0% so that you don't actually see like a grade, like you have an A or a B. It just shows you the score. Notice there is a score of 6 out of 10. Notice it says that I left you a comment. If you ever see the comment button, you should probably check it. When you click on it, it says, great work. And you can look at the rubric too, like, why did I only get a 6 out of 10? Oh, I missed a point there and I missed 3 points there. That makes sense. You can always close those. And that's where you'll see the variety of your assignments. So that's how you use grades. Modules will show as you go. It'll unlock it. Quizzes. When it's time to take your first quiz, you're going to go online. You're going to click Quiz 1. And it'll say, due the 25th at 11:59. You have a week, unlimited attempts. Points are 10. Questions are 10. No time limit, unlimited attempts, and it will take the highest score each time you take it. So if you had a 6 before and you took it again, you only got a 4, it won't save that score for me. Once you are ready to take the quiz, click Take the Quiz. You can navigate through your questions on the side right here if you wanted to skip one. You'll only see one at a time. You click Next on each question. And you can choose, if it says certain things, you can just choose what you feel is the correct directions. As you go through, you should see about 10 questions. When you're done, you can press Submit. It'll ask you, you have not answered 9 questions, are you sure? And I'll say, okay. Or you can go through and look at the sidebar again, and the ones that don't have checks are the ones you've forgotten to do. Once I press OK and Submit, it will say that my score was 0 out of 10. It took me less than a minute, and my CAP score, my highest score, has been a 0 out of 10. It will let me take that quiz again if I would like to. It will show me the questions that I got wrong, but it will not show you the correct answers like it is now until the following Sunday after midnight. So the first attempt you take it, you will not see the correct answer chosen for you. You will only see that you got it wrong. Notice that number 1 pops up next to grades. That tells me that there's one assignment that has been graded that I haven't checked yet. And so there it is with the blue dot. It tells me my score. Any assignment that has a negative sign by it means I have not submitted it yet. Any assignment that I have submitted but hasn't been graded will look like a paper icon. And that is how you use the LMS Canvas for your first 2 assignments.